Giving feedback to students in Flipgrid is pretty easy. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the topic or the Flipgrid that you're going to want to leave feedback on. I'm going to use this one, the Say Hello to Flipgrid. This one I know I have a bunch of responses on, so you'll be able to see what it looks like. So I just simply open it up, and when I scroll down just a little bit, you are going to see all the students that responded to the Flipgrid. You'll see on which date they responded, how many views it has gotten, and then if any other students have left comments or yourself have left comments. And then if this check marks means that you, the teacher, have given them feedback. From here, you do have a few options for students. If you need to, you can activate or hide a student. So for some reason that student is just having some issues or doesn't need to be involved in this grid anymore, you can go ahead and hide them. You do have the options to share this specific response from this student with this link. You can share using the QR code, embed, share to Microsoft Teams, Google, or Remind. Why you might want to share a student's response is if it's like an exemplary response, or you want to send it home to a parent or share with another teacher or another group of students just to show the great work that the student is doing. That would be maybe why you would want to share a link. You also have the options here for each student to edit the response, hide a response, add to the mixtape, which we'll do in a little bit, move the response, duplicate it, download the video yourself, download the selfie yourself, or delete the response in all. You do also have the option here to check next to that student, and then you'll see that you have those same options. The little green pin here next to the student means that I've pinned this response as a good response. Students are going to see the pinned responses first when they jump onto Flipgrid, and if other students have already responded and I've pinned them, they'll see which students have been pinned, and if it's them, it's just a kind of a way to give them a little, essentially a badge or a sticker to say, good job, you did a great job responding here. You also have the option to kind of move with this these arrows over here, students around if needed. Print QR codes. So what this means is you can prepare the QR codes for each student. Whoops. So if you wanted to, maybe for parent-teacher conferences or for some reason, each student's response, you want to play a game or do something and hide them around the room, you would have these little codes for kids to be able to scan. And then you can always export all the data. So if you wanted to save all these videos, you'd be able to export them all at once. Okay, let's look at how you would respond to a student. I'm going to pick on Ted here. Ted was actually one of my teachers in high school, and now has had my daughter for 2 years, so I feel I can pick on him a little bit. So as a teacher, when I open it up, I'm going to see the student's video, and I'm going to scroll down here, and you're going to see all those details again that we just saw on that last page. Again, you have all the activate, sharing, and actions for them. And then you're going to see below them any students that have commented back to, let's say, student A. You'll see students B comment and student C comment, and so on. You have full control over these comments. You can watch them. You can activate or hide them. And you still have the options to comment on the details, share, add to mixtapes, download the video, download the selfie, or delete it in general. You, the teacher, have the option to add the comment as well. So if you wanted just a comment, so this isn't necessarily your feedback. This is just you commenting to everybody. So all students would be able to see your comment back to that student. So kind of like an example I did here. Back to Ted earlier this summer, I responded back to him. I was technically the teacher in the class, but it shows up as a comment. If I wanted to give Ted some individual feedback that nobody else can see, I'm going to click on feedback here. And then from here, I can go ahead and record feedback. So this goes back to Ted, and it's only visible to Ted. So nobody else in the class will be able to see it, which is different than me recording a response under details. If I'm doing any kind of rubric grading, you can do that here. So back when you set this grid up, or this Flipgrid up, you had the option to just stick with the ones that these idea and performance rubric that they give you. Or you could have added your own. If you need to go back and edit that at any time, you can. And then you can also give them private comments. So instead of maybe recording your comment, maybe you just want to give them some typed out comments, you can do that as well. When you're ready, you can create a link for the feedback or email the feedback. If at any time you need to get in and edit some of the students' details, you have full control over that as well. You can update the title for the response or any link as well. So once you're recorded, then these little arrows here are really nice because now I can toggle right on to the next student, watch their video, and give feedback.